This is the age of the multidimensional self.
Hi there, it's Kelly here from Divine Alchemy Healing, and today this little video that you're going to see is actually a talk I did for a lovely group called Soul Solutions, and we recorded it, so I thought I'd upload it as a video for you to watch. It's just me talking about what led me into working with pendulums, how the books came about, and some of the things I do. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you at the end, hopefully. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Karen. So welcome to you, Kelly. Thank you for coming along and talking to us today. We're all very excited about this topic, as you probably already guessed. So Kelly is a trainer, healer, written two books, I believe, pendulum workbooks that look fabulous. I have yet to purchase, but I will be, and has a background in hypnotherapy, NLP, timeline therapy, advanced linguistics, coaching, EFT, Reiki, and on, like many of us who have many bows to our, or strings to our bow. That's the right expression, isn't it? So I will pass it over to you, Kelly. So you've got the hour to do your talk and demonstration and stuff, and then once Kelly is finished, we open the room up for questions. So if you can wait to ask your questions till then, that would be fabulous. Over to you, Kelly.
Thank you, and thank you, Suzanne and Karen, for inviting me, and for all of you joining. I'm really excited to be here and to tell you about my journey into working with pendulums, and then what I'd love to do with everyone is, because it's the 1111 portal, do some work clearing us to open up to the new energies that are available. Which is why if you've got a pendulum, you can join in. Even if you haven't got a pendulum, actually just making the statements that I'll be doing will still have enough energy with it, because there's a lovely big group of us as well. So, but if you have got a pendulum, you know, you can add in by using your pendulum at the time. So the first thing I was going to tell you about is I'm actually fairly new to pendulum work. It sort of happened about 2 years ago. Although I had picked up a pendulum before, and I'd sort of occasionally pick up a pendulum, I was asking I was actually asking my guide team, who I sort of just presumed was the normal 3, what I call overseeing guides, for a way to find more clarity to work on chakras. I love working on my chakras every morning. I always just do a meditation, which I might find on Insight Timer or YouTube or something like that. But they're all quite generalized, you know, so, you know, you're just going in and opening up the chakra and then going up to the next one and so on. And so I was asking if there was a way to sort of find out exactly what each chakra needed to release, and then also what we needed to put in there. And suddenly, every time I went to call on my guides, Metatron's name came out, who's an archangel. And I had, you know, again, I'd sort of done a little bit with him here and there, in meditations that I listened to, guided meditations. And I was sort of thinking, why does Metatron's name keep coming out when I'm going to call my guides? And anyway, he gave me this really lovely technique, but it took quite a long time to do it. I was sort of doing it on my dog walk in the mornings. And by the time I'd gone through each chakra and asked, okay, what do you need to release, and tuned in and found out, and then said, okay, can I release this? And then what do I need to increase? I sort of said, this is lovely, but I can't see my clients ever doing this, because, you know, sometimes I might give them homework that takes 10 minutes and they don't get it done, just because of life in general. So then he started giving me information about a chart, which I just in my head called energies to release, but I still wasn't really sure whether I was working with Metatron or not. And I asked him if he could give me a sign that I was actually working with him. And my next client, who turned up for just a normal session with me, came in this day carrying this great big bag of stuff with her. And I said, "Oh, what you got there then?" She's like, "Oh, I've bought you a gift." And I said, "Oh, that's really lovely. What is it?" And she basically just opened this. It was like a bag for life. It was that big bag of sprays that are all Archangel Metatron sprays. And I was there looking at them, and I just heard him say, "Is that a good enough sign?" And I was sort of like, there was literally about 20 bottles of these beautiful, I've got one here actually, I'll show you it. So they sort of look like that. And that she'd bought me the whole chakra set, and then she'd bought me some other ones. And so at that point I sort of thought, okay, right, this is going on here. I'm not really sure why, And then so I started getting more charts coming through, and I was just drawing them out on sort of an A4 pad and making my own little sections. And then my partner happened to see them one day and said, "Good God, girl, look at the state of these. You're not showing these to the clients, are you?" And I sort of like, "Well, they're just practical for me. I've just drawn them out." And he said, "All right, I'm going to take these and I'm going to make them into something presentable." So I just sort of thought, oh, he's going to make some, pretty charts. Well, what he came back with, I sort of looked at, and I'll show you one actually. And this is the energies to release chart. I hope you can you see that on there okay? So I sort of thought, these are too good to sort of keep to myself. So I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll just write a little guide to how I've been told to work with pendulums. And that little guide ended up sort of taking probably about a year for me to write. And then once I'd written that, I was still sort of thinking, this would be nice to do for my clients. And I wasn't really thinking, we're going to publish this or anything like that. But as I continued to work with my clients with the pendulums, what I started to realize was the results were really quick, really effective. There was no sort of negative side effects for them. The only thing they sometimes would feel was a little bit of energy while I was doing the work, sort of circling around them, which was a good sign for me. And then as they started reporting the feedback, I was thinking, my goodness, this is really powerful. It's really working. And I suppose it sort of culminated with me working on an 18-month-old boy who had never slept since he'd been born. And his parents contacted me and they said, "We're all exhausted. His older brother is exhausted. And he just never sleeps more than like 1 or 2 hours. And then, we're all just awake all night with him." So normally I would have done some EFT with them, but I thought, well, let's just see, because when I'm working with an 18-month-old child, he's not going to know what I'm doing or anything like that. So I met the mother and I said, "I'm just going to do this pendulum work, and we're going to find out if there's any energies that we can release for him, and then we'll increase energies that will help him sleep." And we went through that, and she sort of went, she was very cool, she just went with it. And the next day I just get this phone call first thing in the morning. She said, "You're not going to believe it." She said he slept 7 hours last night without waking up. And I was sort of blown away by it, even though I'd already seen sort of how this was really powerful, to sort of be able to work on a child that, there could be no placebo effect or anything like that with it. I just thought, okay, I'm now going into this more seriously. And then I kept getting more charts, and Frog kept producing more beautiful charts, and we started editing the book. And throughout that time, I also realized that in the past, I'd sort of sometimes I I felt funny even like explaining EFT to certain clients if they'd never heard of it or anything like that. But with pendulum work, I sort of would just pick up a pendulum and say, right, I'm just going to have a look on these charts, find out what the best energies to release are. Then I'm going to take you into a slightly relaxed state, and I'm just going to guide you through a visualization while I'm clearing it. And if you want to open your eyes at any point, you can. You'll see the pendulum swings anti-clockwise when I'm releasing, and then when I'm increasing energy for you, it's going to swing clockwise. And no one ever batted an eyelid. They were just all like, oh, okay, then let's do this. And then it got to a point where I've got a few clients that have just been with me for years that are very much on the spiritual path, and they would just come in and say, we are going to do pendulum work, aren't we? I don't want to do any of the other stuff. And part of me was like, are they just being a bit lazy? Because this is really easy, but actually, having used it for myself as well, I realized that it's actually just a very gentle way to work with people. And I've ended up working with several children. I've worked with animals with it. And all my clients now, I don't really even sort of say, yes, I do all these other things, but I tend to go straight to the pendulum work because I feel like it's quick, it's effective. And for some people, that might need to come in for 2 or 3 sessions for a different healing modality, they're just really in for one. They often come back to me and say, can I come in for another session of that? I'd like to work on something different, So through that time we edited the books, and then we started, we got our first one out, which I'll show you what it looks like. Actually, I can do a thing on if I'm really technical here, and put a share screen on, I think. Let's just see if this works for me. Oh, sharing it's not. Is it okay to share, Suzanne?
That should be working now.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let's just go to it. Is that working? Oh, let's just
See anything yet?
Oh, there we go. So that's clicked it. Has it gone on?
Can't see it yet.
Okay. Oh, that's because I hadn't pressed the share button.
There's something arriving. That's it. Can see it. Perfect.
Frog's the technical person, and I'm the person who does the spiritual side of stuff. So this is what the book's like. So we've got book 1 on the left and book 2, which is the advanced, on the right, and we're just literally editing our 3rd book at the moment, which is going to be all charts. So we've done a whole load of new charts, but these 2 are all about your self-empowerment journey, and of course, if you're already a therapist, you can use them for other people as well. Let me just click back out of there. Don't know what I'm doing here, but it's just, oops. See if I can click. Oh, stop sharing. Yeah. Okay, so but what we've done is, in the first book we've put all the instructions to you how to use a pendulum right from the beginning, which I'll tell you a little bit about in a minute. And then we back this up with our YouTube channel. So on our YouTube channel we've got about 110 videos now, all of pendulum work. Some of Frog's music is on there as well. But the first book is sort of what I call the basics. So it's a lot of energies to release, it's childhood conditioning, it's the sort of bringing in the energies that your inner child would like. What else have I got in there? I've been looking at charts all over the weekend, and now I'm sort of charted out a bit because we've created so many. Oh yeah, we've also got, we've got an energy percentages chart, so that's, you can check sort of where you are when you start working and where you are when you finish. We've got a guide teams chart in there if you're not sure what guide team to work with, who would be best for you. You can use that. And then this is the one that I feel like I use pretty much all the time, is energies to release. And then we've got positive energies, and we've got a couple of positive energies charts in here, because you can never have enough positive energies. And then I won't show you all of them, but we've got a chakra chart as well, so that you can work on your chakras. But what I thought would be really good to do today is do some clearing work for the 1111 portal. And if you've got a pendulum, as I say, you can join in. This is the one I started with, which I love still. But I've now got this giant pendulum, which is what we call a high vibration or a high frequency pendulum. So this one works slightly different to, say, a normal one, in terms of it's working in your energy field, and it's clearing directly from the energy field with a geometric shape as well. But anything will do. I know people that have put a ring on a piece of string, so anything that's weighted will work as a pendulum. So shall I have a look and see what energies would be good to release for the portal? Are you all ready? Cool. And I'll take you through I'll take you through a little sort of relaxation, and then we'll do the clearing. So when I'm clearing, generally for most people, but not everyone, and there's no wrong or right with this, the pendulum will swing anti-clockwise, and I use the visualization of an anti-clockwise vortex to magnetize, release and clear the energies. And then when I'm bringing energy in, it will go clockwise. But if you've got a different way of working, then go with whatever's right for you. So let me have a quick look at the energies to release chart. So as I said, Archangel Metatron gave me most of this work, so I tend to call him in when I'm working. And I also use some of these little support sprays, and what I'll do is I'll spray one and then I'll hold the intention it's for everybody joining in. So let me just find out what the best energies to release are today for us as a group. And I'm going to write them down, because I've got a terrible habit of forgetting which ones we're releasing afterwards. So give me 2 seconds. So I'm going to say thank you, Metatron, for showing me 3 energies to release for our group today, with regards to clearing for the 1111 portal. So the first section it's gone over is rejection and abandonment. And remember, with these, they can be our own rejection and our own abandonment of ourselves as well, because that's quite a common thing that comes up. Second energy, please. So sadness. And a third energy. I try not to look at the chart when I'm doing it, because I don't want to influence it. But actually, because I've got not great eyesight, I can't actually see what it says anyway until I have a close look. But the third one is judgment. And again, this can be very much about how we judge ourselves, as well as, feeling judged by others. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll get you to just, if you can have a sip of water or a drink that you've got, just to make sure you're hydrated before we start. And then just get yourselves comfortable. I'm going to spray this flame spray, which is all about action and clearing, as a starter spray for us all. So I'm going to spray it around me. I'm holding the intention it's for everyone watching today. Okay, so just for a moment, just close your eyes if you'd like to, and allow your shoulders to drop down into the frame of your body. And then become aware of your breathing, just seeing how it feels. If you can, and it's comfortable for you to do so, breathe in and out through your nose. Just allowing the out breath to be slightly longer than your in breath. And in your mind, give yourself the message that it's safe for you to relax now. And now I'm just going to ask you to make sure you're fully present by calling back any parts of you that have got stuck somewhere in the past, welcoming them back, calling back any parts of you that might have gone out into the future, and allowing them to fully merge with your heart now. Just allowing yourself to relax, soften, and open. And now I'm going to call in Archangel Metatron. So thank you, Metatron, for joining with us all today, for working with us and connecting with us now. Just staying open and soft, and allowing that connection to be exactly right for you. And just being aware of your feet on the floor and the support of the earth, feeling grounded and secure. See if you can allow your energy field to open a little more. Good. And then if you'd like to take hold of your pendulums, I'm going to make a statement to Metatron and his teams of light. And if you just follow along in your mind, say thank you, Metatron, for connecting and working with us now. Thank you for clearing and releasing all external energies that are limiting us in any ways, all low mass consciousness impacts, and any generalized anxiety. Thank you for working with us now, spinning your anti-clockwise vortex of light around us, all the way down, from over the top of our head, down to beneath our feet, out in front of us and behind us, and around us, to release the energies of rejection and abandonment. thank you for releasing any sadness that's ready to release now. And thank you for releasing judgment of ourselves and others and feeling judged, whether that's by ourselves or others. And thank you for doing this on all levels and layers, within all the chakras, the meridian lines, and the energy bodies. Just get a sense of this anti-clockwise vortex of light spinning around you. Keep breathing and relaxing and holding the thought, I am ready, willing, and open to releasing this now. And that all the work is done is for my highest will and good. Take a nice breath in and all the way out. And for me, my pendulum swings back and forth once the work is done. And now we're just going to affirm that we have asked, and so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done. Thank you. And I'm just going to ask also that we have any pain released in our bodies, because it just reminded me of Suzanne's toes. So thank you, Metatron, for releasing any pain in the physical body, mental body, emotional body, and spiritual body. And we ask for this with open hearts and minds. We are ready, willing, and open to let any pain go now. It is done. It is done. It is done. And then when your pendulums stop swinging, or however you have that signal, you can just place them down for a moment and just take some nice breaths in and out and move your shoulders. And then I'm just going to go on and look for some nice positive energies for us. All feeling okay? And this time I'm going to spray this Lady Kuan Yin spray, which is love and compassion. I just really love the smell of it. I wish I could send you the smell, but unfortunately we're not there yet on technology. I'll just make sure. Oops, I think let's spray that away. For everyone. Breathe. So thank you, Metatron, for giving us 3 energies to help us gain as much benefit as possible from this 1111 portal today. For everyone watching and joining. So divine light is the first one. Second energy. Or acceptance. And then a third energy. forgiveness. And I'm going to put in comfort as well, because I always think that's a really nice one if you've had any pain in your body. Okay, so let me just get my other pendulum. All right, so if you're ready, so just allow yourself to be in that lovely open receptive state again. And the more you can allow your energy body to open, the more you can receive. And sometimes it's good to just keep reminding yourself you're opening to receive now, and you're completely worthy of receiving all these beautiful energies. So thank you, Metatron, for working directly with us now, bringing in and increasing the energies of divine light on all layers and levels in the cells of our body. Acceptance, forgiveness of ourselves and others, and comfort. Comfort in the physical body, comfort emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And we ask for this with open minds and hearts as you spin your vortex of clockwise light around us. Just breathing, relaxing, and opening to this increase of energy. We are open, ready, and willing to receive. Breathing it in and flowing it down on the out breath. Now, if there's any other energies that you would like to add into this, just mentally project them out now. No, this is really quick work. Take a nice breath in and out, affirming, we have asked, and so it is. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. And then just gently place your pendulum down, and then just sit with your palms up for a few moments, just allowing that energy to anchor itself. And then when you're ready, you can either bring your hands up over your heart, or you can do Namaste, whatever feels good for you. And then just have a stretch into that new energy, maybe circling your shoulders a little bit. I always like to turn my head for some reason, from side to side and up and down. Cool. I can ask you how you found that, but I know that none of you can tell me really. But that's a sort of small demonstration of just a very basic way of how I would work. When I'm working with clients, I'll go much deeper into the root causes. Like I might look at what energies have come from childhood conditioning, or even actually stuff, that's come in, maybe if they're through their young adult years and all the way up to now, to do as much clearing as possible. I quite like looking for trigger energies as well, because I feel like that's a good thing to take out, something that's always triggered you. And then we'll spend some time bumping up the energy, as I like to say, sort of, re-bringing more beneficial energies in. And of course, I've got quite a few positive energy charts to play with. There's 3 actually in the first book, and then there's in the second book, they're more specific, like they're positive energies for abundance and things like that, positive energies for the physical body, and we've got a strengthening meridians chart in there, which I find to be very helpful to just do a quick sort of clear of the meridians and then reactivating them. So maybe if you want, I don't know whether I can't see Suzanne on here, but whether that feels like you'd like to ask some questions now, or Karen. I don't know.
That'd be great. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. What I'll do is put you back on gallery.
Okay, so that's where the video ended, and that was because after I'd done my little bit, people were able to ask questions, and obviously we wanted to protect their privacy. But if you do have any questions, do drop them in the comments, and please also give us a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And let us know if you've got any questions. Okay, take care and thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Whispers of the pendulum, a journey to go, guiding souls to realms where dreams convene. Kelly and Frog, the masters of the chess.